Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all you are fine and studying well. I am Samir, and today I am going to teach you Social Science, chapter number 13, India, Earth Surface, Climate, Vegetation, and Wildlife. So, in previous video, you learned about the physical division of India. India has a lots of diversity. It has a geographical diversity, and this diversity is amazes us. Now let's continue our part 2 video. One more diversity is climate of India. Now the first question is, what is the climate and what is atmosphere? Do you know about what is atmosphere and what is climate? Now let's see. Daily changes in atmosphere are called weather. That is called atmosphere. Daily changes in atmosphere are called weather. And what is climate? Climate is the average weather condition of any place for about 30 years. यानी 30 सालों की लंबी अवधि का जो वेदर होता है, उसकी जो कंडीशन होती है वो उसको बोलते हैं हम आबो हवा, यानी कि क्लाइमेट बोलते हैं उससे. यू मे हैव नोटिस दैट समटाइम्स हीट इंक्रीज, समटाइम्स इट इज कोल्ड एंड समटाइम्स द स्काई कवर्ड बाय क्लाउड्स एंड सन इज कवर्ड बिहाइंड द क्लाउड्स. कई बार आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत ज़्यादा समर में हीट बढ़ जाती है. कई बार बादल छा जाते हैं स्काई में, और कई बार ऐसा होता है कि सन जो है वो बादलों के पीछे हमें दिखता है. आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा. आई होप यू ऑब्जर्व्ड. द डिटेल्स ऑफ विंड यू माइट हैव लर्न फ्रॉम रेडियो ऑन टीवी. आपने विंड्स के बारे में रेडियो टीवी में सुना होगा. फॉलोइंग सीजन्स एंड एक्सपीरियंस इंडिया. सो बेसिकली देर आर 4 सीजन्स वी एक्सपीरियंस्ड इन इंडिया: winter, summer and monsoon. Then fourth number is season of returning monsoon. પાછા ફરતા મોસમી પવનની ઋતુ કહેવાય જેને. First one is winter, summer and monsoon. Winter comes in December to February. It's called winter season. Summer is called March to May, summer season. Monsoon is called June to September, monsoon season. Season of returning monsoon, October to November. It's called autumn. Now let's see a winter. Winter is a cold season. We all aware about that. Since the sun rays falls diagonally and occasionally snow falls, so the temperature drops in northern plains and the Himalayan mountain regions. The areas of northern parts of Gujarat experiences more cold than other parts of the state. Days are shorter in this season. So why winter seasons happen? Winter is cold season since the sun rays fall diagonally and occasionally snow falls, the temperature drops low in the northern plains. That is why Himalayan mountain region. So that is why the area of the northern plains of Gujarat experiences more cold than the other part of the state, and days are shorter in this season. Now then, summer. Summer is the season of tropical heat. You have learnt about in the chapter number 9 about tropic zones. Temperature rise very high as sun rays fall vertically during these days. Temperature remains low in the areas near the sea coast in comparison to the continental part of the country. Dry and hot winds blow in the noon time, which is called a loo. यानी हम गुजराती में उसको बोलते हैं लू, हिंदी में भी लू ही बोलते हैं उसको. सो बहुत ज़्यादा जो गर्म बाफ जिसे बोलते हैं आती है, उसको लू बोला जाता है. Northern part of the Gujarat and the western part of Rajasthan experiences more heat during this season. Days are longer and that time winter during this season. Now let's understand monsoon. Before learn this monsoon, let's see our video about why monsoon happen.
In this module, you will understand the concept of Indian monsoon, explain the factors that determine the typicality of Indian monsoon, and also explain the role of monsoon in Indian economy. Monsoon, Indian monsoon. To the poets, it is magical. It is dramatic. In fact, it really is dramatic. Let us see what a monsoon is. Monsoon is a periodic seasonal wind that comes from sea to land in a particular season and completely reverses back with the change in the atmospheric conditions in the next season. It is a typical yet dominant feature of the Indian climate. The term monsoon is derived from an Arabic word mausim, which means season. In olden days, the sailors found this wind convenient to set in their sails on the direction of the wind. They used to save their fuel and time by doing so. Let us discuss the causes of this seasonal reversal of wind from sea to land and land to sea. The main cause is the differential heating and cooling of land and its surrounding water bodies, that is, seas and oceans. During summer, land is hotter and thus low pressure develops over interior parts of the large Indian landmass. Simultaneously, high pressure condition develops over the seas and oceans surrounding India. Thus, a steady flow of moisture-laden wind moves towards India and causes rainfall for almost 3 months. As the pressure system reverses due to apparent shifting of the sun from the Tropic of Cancer to the equator, the wind also reverses back to the same direction from where it comes. There is another interesting fact that the apparent movement of the sun from the Tropic of Cancer in June to the Tropic of Capricorn in December affects the global climate. The pressure belts and the wind systems change globally. The maximum effect can be noticed on the equatorial belt. Here, the northeast and southeast trade winds converge, and thus it is also called as the Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ. So, due to the apparent movement of the sun, this ITCZ shifts 5 degrees north during summer and 5 degrees south during winter. The ITCZ is pushed further north till the Ganga basin due to the differential heating and cooling of the Indian landmass and its surrounding water bodies during the monsoon season. We call it as a monsoon trough. The intense low-pressure system formed over the Tibetan Plateau attracts air from the intense high-pressure system that develops over Indian Ocean near Madagascar island of Africa. This causes a strong pull of moisture-laden air mass from ocean to the landmass of India. While the shifting of the ITCZ, the pressure system reverses, causing the reversal of wind. Around the same time, the movement of upper air circulation or the jet streams also affects the summer and winter monsoons of India. The global climatic events of changing pressure system over oceans have tremendous effect on the arrival, duration, amount and retreat of monsoon in India. The equatorial belt of the tropical region of the Pacific and Indian Oceans faces the maximum effects. Usually, the situation is like when the southeastern Pacific has low pressure and high temperature. The eastern Indian Ocean has high pressure and low temperature. But the situation reverses roughly in 3 to 8 years. This reversal of temperature and pressure condition across the ocean is called as southern oscillation. Due to vast uninterrupted ocean in the southern hemisphere, the conditions are felt more than in the northern hemisphere. The normal condition brings moderate to good monsoon, whereas the reverse condition brings drought and famine to the Asian region. El Nino and La Nina are the two opposite ends of the southern oscillation or SO cycle. El Nino is the warm phase of southern oscillation, and La Nina is the cold phase of southern oscillation. These deviations from normal surface temperatures can have large-scale impacts not only on ocean processes, but also on global weather and climate. This climatic event is also known as ENSO. El means El Nino and SO means southern oscillation. During El Nino, the monsoon will be weaker and comes late in India as summer is cooler and the surrounding sea and ocean temperature remain warmer than the usual. The Peruvian cold current is replaced by a warm current. Therefore, the pull of air from the landmass will be weak. The La Nina is good for monsoon condition as the temperature over the sea remains cooler and pressure difference between land and sea is very high. So the pulling of air mass from sea to land is very intense. El Nino and La Nina events occur on average every 2 to 7 years. The arrival of the monsoon rain in India is the most satisfying and joyous moment for the people of India. This is more because India is an agricultural country and the economic growth of each year depends on the amount and duration of monsoon rain. Delays and long breaks in monsoon rain are dangerous for the basic occupations such as farming, fishing, and forestry. This is because chances of drought and famine increase. On the other hand, a long spell of heavy rain may damage standing crops with the increased threat.
So students, have you observed why monsoon happen? Monsoon is a season of rain. We all know about that. The southwest winds flowing from the seaside are humid. Which kind of winds are blowing from seaside? Are humid. These winds brings rain. One of the current of these winds advances above the Arabian Sea to Kerala, first Kerala, second Maharashtra and Gujarat and central part of India. While other current of these winds advances toward the Ganga plains to the Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Island and eastern India. When both the wind currents advance, they meet each other and bring rain to the western Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab and eastern Rajasthan. With the advent of rain, the peasant are activated to agriculture work. Here peasants means खेडूत जो खेती करता है वो. When winds are obstructed by mountains, they give moonrain. The rainfall in Gujarat starts from the second or third week of June and by the first week of July. It arrives all over Gujarat. Gujarat does have a large mountain in the way of these winds, so less rainfall is here. Since most of the cultivation in India is dependent on rainfall, so it is considered that the good monsoon means the large crop in agriculture. This season is very important for agriculture because Indian agriculture depends on monsoon. Now this activity, find out the correct option from season and festival from these blanks in the bracket. You have to do this and you have to write festival against the season. Now the fourth season is retreating monsoon wind season. Winds blow from land to sea in this season. It is seen that this condition is absolutely opposite to the monsoon season. Retreating monsoon season means यहाँ पे जो winds जो होते हैं वो blow होते हैं वो ज़मीन से समंदर की ओर होते हैं. And it is said that this condition is absolutely opposite from monsoon season. और ये monsoon season से बहुत ही opposite condition ये मानी जाती है. These winds blowing from northeast blow from land, so they are dry. How they are? They are dry. Hence, they do not give rain. यानी कि बारिश लाते नहीं है ये, क्योंकि सूखे होते हैं. और जो मानसून के जो होते हैं वो ह्यूमिड यानी भेज वाले होते हैं. Sky is clear without cloud in these days. Temperature increases gradually, which adversely affect the human health. और हमारी हेल्थ के ऊपर भी काफ़ी इसका असर पड़ता है. Temperature start decreasing as October ends and semi-cold is experienced in early morning of November. Since these winds pass over the Bay of Bengal, they are humid and gives rain in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh situated in the eastern side of India. कई बार आपने न्यूज़ में सुना होगा कि नवंबर दिसंबर में बारिश होती है, तो तमिलनाडु और आंध्र प्रदेश में इस सीजन में बारिश होती है क्योंकि वहाँ पे नज़दीक पड़ता है बे ऑफ बंगाल। वहाँ पे लो प्रेशर बढ़ने के कारण यहाँ पे बारिश होती है। Distinct difference of the season experiencing climate of India due to this peculiarities. Generally, it is called monsoon climate. Now, just think about it. If the seasons remains perennial throughout the year, consider the following points will effect of human life. यानी सीजन्स के दौरान हमारे फूड अटायर और फार्मिंग पे क्या असर पड़ता है ये आपको सोचना है। So now I hope you understand about the climate of India. Now let me repeat one thing. What is the climate? The question is, and what is the atmosphere? What is the weather? What is the why monsoon happen? Why winter happen? And why summer happen? You have to answer these questions. Think about it and write it. Okay? Thank you. We will learn in next video about the vegetations and types of forest. Thank you.